Hello there, super ladies, and welcome to Empower Her. I am Best Nwachineme, your host for today's empowering conversation. And today we dive into a topic that is shaping the future and, of course, breaking barriers. Women in technology. I know you have been waiting for us to talk about women in tech here on Empower Her, and today is that day. You know, until recent times, certain jobs were seen as main jobs, from science to technology to engineering to mathematics. In other words, STEM. You know, to break into any of these STEM jobs as a woman, it used to be very, very difficult. Of course, it still is, to be honest with you. Still, women have been instrumental in driving innovation and progress. So let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Of course, remember that this show is all about you, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear your stories, your questions, your dreams. Throughout this episode, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section, and of course, follow us on social media at Facebook, Spectrum TV, Twitter, X, at Spectrum T Online, and of course our website at spectrumtv.ng. And don't forget to use your hashtag Empower Her on social media. You can connect with me privately on my social media handles at Best Nwachineme, or send me an email on bestnwachinemere60@gmail.com. Your voice, your choices, your opinion, your feeling, they all matter. You know, women are important. We are an important part of the society, and we have been playing a vital role in shaping the future for a long time now. You know, from a young age, we women are taught to be kind, to be compassionate, to be nurturing. We are taught to be strong and independent. Yet also, we are taught to be loving and caring. Women are taught to be leaders, to take charge, and to make a difference in the world. In our quest to understand the journey of women in technology, it is essential to recognize the remarkable women who laid this foundation for us. We have women like Marie Curie, who won two Nobel Prizes for her groundbreaking work in physics and chemistry. And of course, her discoveries not only advanced science and technology, but also challenged societal norms. Fast forward to the space race, where women like Katherine Johnson, Dorothy, and Mary Jackson made vital contributions to NASA's success by calculating trajectories and engineering solutions that sent astronauts to the moon. So, from the very beginning, we women have been breaking down doors and shattering glass ceilings in the world of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now, let's take a look back at the courageous pioneers who paved this way for us. Now, let's see some of these let us bring the focus back home to some of the Nigerian women who have also broken these barriers. We have women like Ada Nduka. Let's meet them. These women are remarkable and amazing. Well done, ladies. However, despite these positive messages, women still face a lot of challenges and numerous obstacles in their lives, such as we have the gender-based discrimination and unequal treatment, which can limit our opportunities and hold us back from reaching our true goals and our full potential. But let's not focus solely on the challenges. women are making waves across these disciplines, defying expectations and contributing to cutting-edge discoveries. For now, let's go on a short break. Don't go anywhere. We are just getting started here on Empower Her. Welcome back to Empower Her, a program designed for women who want to own their uniqueness and run with it. And we have been talking about women in STEM fields, but today we are focusing on technology, women in tech. And of course, if you are not aware, STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, but today we are focusing solely on tech. While we celebrate the achievements of the past, it is crucial to assess where we stand today in terms of women's participation in these fields. Let me tell you this. It is a wonderful time to be a woman. I know you agree with me because so many women are waking up every day and crushing it at these fields. We are in an era where women are no longer taking no for an answer. This shows that we have indeed been making giant strides, but of course, there are still so much to be done. You know, from stereotypes that encourage young girls from discourage young girls from pursuing their interests in these fields, to lingering gender biases that can hinder career advancement, women in tech often face an uphill battle. But challenges also breed resilience, and the women in technology are not just overcoming obstacles, they are pioneering change. What do you think can be done to level the playing ground for women in tech? Please join the conversation and tell us in the comment section or email your answer to bestwatchingamer60@gmail.com. For me, one way we can level this playing field is through mentorship and networking. You know how very particular I am about mentorship and networking. These two play a vital role in helping women navigate their careers. You know, sharing their experiences and learning from role models can boost confidence and provide valuable guidance. Visit our YouTube channel to watch previous episode of Empower Her, where we talked about mentorship and coaching. Additionally, organizations are implementing initiatives that focus on gender equity, workplace inclusivity, and tailored support for women in STEM as a whole. What a time to be a woman, right? I am so excited for all that is unfolding, and I can't wait to see where these remarkable changes take us. How about you, our wonderful ladies out there? Which area of, this STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are you interested in? And which are you having the most challenges with? We'd love to hear from you, of course. So head over to our social media platforms and comment your answer. Or again, you can send me an email on bestwatchingamer60@gmail.com. Stay with us as we continue our journey into the world of women in tech, breaking boundaries and shaping the future. Up next, we delve into an enriching conversation with our wonderful guest for today. If women in tech was a person, it will be her. So be ready to be inspired and, of course, to be a part of this transformative movement. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Empower Her. Of course, today we have been talking about women in tech. Actually, we've talked about women in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But today we are focusing on tech, technology, women in tech. And with me today, I have an amazing lady. She's so beautiful. And following this woman over time, one thing that amazes me is her consistency, is the passion that she puts in, and she comes every day and she crushes it. And it makes me wonder, this woman in tech thing, is it really easy? Because she makes it seem so easy. Her name is Bettina Nnamdi Ibembo, and I am so excited to have her here with me on the program. So please help me welcome Mrs. Bettina Frederick Ibembo.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. You know, one thing I have noticed with you over time is your consistency and the passion that you put in into what you do, from the tech stuff that you do with your husband. What I really want to know is, how did you first become interested in pursuing a career in technology? Because know that over time we see technology, mathematics, all these STEM related fields as men job. So what motivated you to start and to stay in this field?
All right. So thank you for the question. Now, what motivated me when it came to tech, or when it comes to tech, is the fact that I love it, right? So I love what I'm doing, and that is the first motivation. Growing up, when I see things that are surrounded with tech, surrounded by tech, I always want to know why, what, like I always wanted to know what happens behind the scene, right? And it helped me, okay.
Yeah.
And also, when it comes to consistency with what we are doing at our organization, because we are working with children and we are empowering children and also offering adequate education on how they can be, productive with their smart devices, you just have to be consistent, right? You're
Yeah.
working with children. As they are growing up, they're going to be asking you a lot of questions, especially I myself and
Mm-hmm.
my co-founder, my husband. They are going to be asking you questions as they are growing up. So
Yeah.
which means that every second, every minute counts, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to be consistent, especially if not for every other thing that that has helped my consistency. The fact that I'm working with children as an educator, I just have to be consistent, right? And that
Yeah.
has just been it. And also, yes, I already said this because I love it. When you love what you're doing, even if you're not in quotes making the millions out of it, you would always want to show up every day. You will always want to put yourself out there every day. And in general, because I love tech, so these three things has been what has been my consistency so far.
That is really, really amazing. Now, we've both established that STEM fields are male dominated. The stats also said it all, like I showed previously. Now, can you share some of the unique challenges you faced as a woman in tech industry, and of course, how you have been able to overcome them?
All right, so yes, the tech field is dominated by men, and one thing that has helped me
For
so
now.
far to scale in my tech field is knowledge. Right, I'm open to knowledge. I'm open to asking questions. Any woman, from approaching any man that that is has vast knowledge on the particular tech field that you want to be a part of, and ask question. All right, ask question. And also, I already said previously, my love for knowledge, right? You can always go to the internet, check out things, right? I remember I'm an animator, and I had to just go learn it. I had to take out time to study it, know the things that are important when it comes to animation, know the things, know the necessary equipment, the necessary requirements to own such a skill, right?
Yeah.
So what has helped me personally, and I feel like you also help other women that are listening to this conversation, is that be open to knowledge, which is very, very
Mm-hmm.
important, and also ask question. All right, ask question. And I'm also going to say this too, as a woman, because you are in a field that is, you find men around, you don't have to sexualize yourself. You don't have to come as though you are just giving your body because you want to be in that sector. No. Once you've equipped yourself with the right knowledge on this thing, right, it would also help you to be able to fit into conversations that are surrounded, you know in technology, right? So don't say, because I'm a woman, what do I have to offer? Let me just do what everybody does. That is one way that it's very, very wrong. All right, so
Yeah.
equip yourself with the necessary knowledge that you need in the tech field, and also ask questions. You also come to find out that there are also women in tech that are doing amazing stuff. I belong to a group where you have so many women that are doing amazing stuff when it comes to
Yes.
technology. So you'll find out that there are also women in technology that are doing amazing things, right? And be a part of that group, right? It's also going to shape in your mindset, and it's also going to help you fast track your knowledge in tech.
Your knowledge as well as your journey. You know, one thing you said right now that struck me is learning, and the fact that we already know that we have a lot of women who are already in tech and doing amazingly well. Now, in your experience, how important is mentorship in helping young women navigate
Yeah.
this tech industry? And of course, do you have any personal stories of mentorship that you would like to share with us?
Okay, so mentorship is very important, especially as a newbie in tech. All right, if you have a mentor that's gone far above the current the current status that you are, it will definitely help you. Right, it's very, very
Yeah.
important to have a mentor. But personally, for me, I do not have a specific mentor. Right, so I have women, right, that I look up to because they are very, very great at a particular field. So what I do is I follow these people on their social media handle, just to get more information, more knowledge on that particular field that they are in. I already said from the beginning that I love animation, so I have a lot of women that I follow on animation. I don't have to, in quotes, go to their DM and say, please mentor me, right? But
Yeah.
being a follower, being a fan of their work, it has also helped me to gather more understanding when it comes to that particular field. So mentorship is good if you are able to find a mentor that would help you, that will work together, that will work with you rather on your journey in tech. Yes, that's an amazing one, and it will also help you as a newbie. But personally, for me, I do not have one mentor. Let's say I have a lot of mentors, a lot of women that I look up to, and I just learn from their knowledge that they dish out in their social media pages.
Yeah, I think that for me, when I think of a mentor, I see somebody who already has gone ahead and then is just showing you do this way. And
Ex-
we already have an episode on Empower Her where we talked about mentorship and coaching among younger women. Let us look at that for a minute or two, and then we'll come back to. Let's look at that for a minute or two, and then we'll come back to Betty. There are a lot of challenges that comes with this mentorship, mentor-mentee relationship. There are a lot of challenges. Are there some you would like to highlight, and of course the solutions to them?
Okay, so I think one of the challenges would be if you're not in sync with your mentor, or as someone who is both a mentee and a mentor, I would say one of the challenges would be if you're not in sync with the person, that's going to be an issue. Because if there is that misalignment, it means that whatever value, whatever guidance they give to you will not agree with you, and they also cannot help you in that light. Then I think another thing is sometimes people outgrow mentors, right?
Yeah.
And when you understand at a certain point that you've gotten the value that you could, as much as you could at that point of your journey, and you've outgrown a particular mentor, that could also be a challenge where you now have to sort of move up to a mentor that has the capacity to handle that level of your journey.
Yeah. But now I want to talk about how to create supportive environments for both the mentor and the mentee. How to create supportive environments. Do you have something to say about that?
Okay, so a mentorship experience is basically a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So it means that to some extent you get into your mentor space. Your mentor also gets into your own space to
Mm-hmm.
get to know about your aspirations, some of the challenges you're having, which could be personal, you get. But overall, what would create that sort of supportive environment is if both persons are clear about the role that they have to play. So a mentor understands his or her own role in that mentorship relationship. The mentee will also understand his or her own role. So, for instance, there are certain limits a mentor wouldn't ordinarily shouldn't go. So there are boundaries. A mentor should not go beyond certain limits. The mentee too would not. There are boundaries you cannot exceed. So the fact that somebody is your mentor does not mean you now get into the person's you now
Personal
start asking the
space
mentor his or her
or
private
feeling
what is their private life,
entitled.
sort of exceeding those boundaries. Exactly. So you also not you also, especially when it's very informal mentorship program, you're not entitled to the mentor's time that you just probably just pick up your phone, call up the mentor at any point in time, except that's the kind of relationship you've established with the mentor. But
Yeah.
overall, the mentor provides that supportive environment. The mentor dictates the tone of the relationship, sort of, to
Yes.
provide that support, that guidance, that direction that the mentee needs to become who they were meant to be.
Of course, welcome back to Empower Her. We are still talking about women in tech. And with me here, I have Mrs. Bettina Frederick Ibembo. And now we have been talking, of course, of the journey and the place of mentorship. Now, Mrs. Bettina, what initiatives or programs do you believe are crucial for encouraging more young women to pursue, a career in not just science, technology, engineering, and also even mathematics, this total STEM field?
Okay, so there are amazing initiatives that a newbie in tech can be a part of. So, how do you find such initiative? How do you find such gathering? How do you find such network? How do you find such group? You can only find such group when you go and search for them, right? So
Yeah.
what I normally do is, when I see applications that want to, that offer trainings to women in a certain career, of course in tech, I always apply, right? When I
Yeah.
apply, and of course I always put my best foot, right? And
Yeah.
when I get selected to be a part of such a training or such a group, you get to see a lot of women that are also in tech, and that will also help you to, to also fast track your level. And also, another way you can find such gathering is, you can go on Facebook, and you realize that on Facebook there are a lot of groups, Facebook groups, right, that has this set of people that you're looking for. When you go on Facebook, you could just search women in, I know of a particular Instagram account that's a particular Instagram account, women in tech, right? So when you go on Facebook, when you go on Instagram, you can always search for those group, be a part of them. Go on Instagram as well, you search for them, like their page, dish out amazing comments so that people can see that you're someone that, you're coming to bring value to that gathering, all right? And also look out for applications, trainings. Sometimes they may not be free, sometimes you may have to pay a certain amount of money to be in such gatherings like this. But I believe that when you take out time to go on Google, which is our best friend, and search for a gathering that has to do with women in tech, you will definitely find one that will suit your career and your skill.
Wonderful advice, Betty. Thank you so much for that. And I am sure that our viewers out there they are going to really take advantage of this opportunity, this advice that you have shared with us today. But you know one thing, a lot of ladies out there, they really want to pursue a career in tech, but you know, because of the gender biases and the stereotypes, you know, they are just like, I don't even know where to start. Maybe they are just sitting on the fence. What advice do you have to give to young women who may be hesitant to enter tech industry, you know, due to these gender biases and stereotypes?
Okay, first things first, you don't have to, yeah. So first things first is your mindset, right?
Yeah.
So if you are going into tech with the mindset of we have only men in this, that's that first mindset is wrong already. Like, you're already making a mistake having such a mindset that tech is just for men. No, I'm in tech. I'm a woman, so you can just count me as one of your inspiration, right? So
Yeah.
the first thing first, take off any mindset that tells you it is just a man thing, or any gender inequality thinking mindset. So you take that away first. Number two is, we all have the internet to help us get information. We all have the internet to help us get vast knowledge on anything that we are looking out for. All right. So once you've taken out the mindset of
Words of encouragement do you have for young women who aspire to follow in your footsteps and to make a mark in the tech world?
start with what you have. All right, start with what you have. You don't have to wait until you get to a sophisticated you don't have to wait until you get a sophisticated device, especially in tech, right? There are some certain skill that you can still carry out with, basic device that you have around you. So start with what you have. By the time you start, as you grow, you can always scale. And as you scale, you would always get to meet people that are also doing amazing things, right? But the most important thing is that you just have to start. Sitting on the fence or doubting what you want to do will not really help at all, right? So that is why, if there's one advice I'm going to give any woman that wants to start up in tech, not necessarily following my footsteps, but you just want to start generally in tech, is that you just have to start. START. You just start.
And of course, as we look ahead, it is evident that the future of technology is bright thanks to the contribution of women who are shaping the landscape. The inclusion of diverse perspectives driven by women's unique insight is pushing boundaries and leading to groundbreaking discoveries. With continuous efforts to promote diversity and inclusion in STEM fields, it is supposed to even become more dynamic and transformative. And there you have it, a glimpse into the inspiring journey of women in technology, from, of course, the historical trailblazers to modern-day pioneers. These women are reshaping industries, challenging norms, and inspiring generations to come. As we close this chapter, remember that each of us has a role to play in empowering women to break barriers and shape the future. Let's continue supporting and celebrating the incredible women who are leading the way. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening episode of Empower Her. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars and inspiring one another.